Hello everyone, it's me, the Lego Fan 14, and now it's time for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. First off, I'm so sorry it took so long to make this video. I made this video, let's see, I made this video almost a month ago. I made this video for a while now. And then I even uploaded it, but YouTube took it down, I guess because I used some copyright content. So I basically will have to re-upload this thing, and at the same time, there have been so many movies now. And now that we're in June, a month that is literally packed to the punch with the movies. Like already in May we saw, of course, we had the Super Mario Bros. Movie until that point, but we also saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Fast and Furious 10, the live-action Little Mermaid, and now in June we're going to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Transformers Rise of the Beasts, what else? The Flash, Pixar's Elemental, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, DreamWorks' next movie, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. It's going to be wild. Already we're seeing wild effects with the movies I previously mentioned, the live-action Little Mermaid, Fast and Furious, etc. And I also watched recently Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Fast and Furious 10, or as they like to call it, Fast and Furious X. But I still need to work on those videos. So first off, I need to talk the movie I saw before those two, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And man, did I want to talk about this movie for a while. We've come a long way with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. When it was being developed by Sony Pictures, it moved to Illumination, Chris Pratt as Mario, and the whole crazy cast with Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, who was probably the best part of the movie, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, etc. And, well, when it came out, there were, of course, the mixed reviews, which made people question whether or not critics' reviews actually matter. But here we are now. I was surprised to see the super success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not really that much of a big Nintendo fan. I don't even have any Nintendo consoles. I've never played a single Nintendo game in my life. Basically, all the internet has about Nintendo is everything I know about Nintendo. I never had the nostalgic experience of playing any Mario games on old or new console. So, you could say I was pretty disconnected from Mario before the movie's release. And I honestly wasn't that interested in the Super Mario franchise before the movie, but when I saw it, I thought it was so cool. Now, I also saw some Mario fans not like it, but I have to be honest. I really liked it. Of course, it came out on April, we're June at this point, by the time this video will be uploaded, so yeah, it's been quite a while, and the movie has been such a big success. It's currently the second highest grossing animated movie of all time. It beat out the two Frozen movies. It's just under the live-action Lion King remake, and I still can't believe it's gone that high. Maybe it might even go higher than the Lion King. I'll have to do a YouTube post on that if that actually happens. And that's also why I had to redo the audio since the movie, by the time I recorded it, like almost a month ago, it was it was on the top 10, I believe, top 5 at that point. So I didn't want to release an outdated audio, so I prefer to just do it all over again. And you've heard the reviews many times. It's a love letter to Nintendo fans. It has a lot of fun references. And the voice cast at the end did a great job. And of course, I still remember how people were worried about Chris Pratt Mario, but I still think he did a great job as Mario. Like, sure, he sounds like a regular person, but I actually really like the voice Mario has, same with Luigi and everyone else, especially with Jack Black as Bowser. I thought that could have been interesting casting because the only movies I've seen with Jack Black on them are the Kung Fu Panda movies. And I thought, how is he not going to sound like Po in those Kung Fu Panda movies? But man, did he give such an interesting voice to Bowser. He was probably the coolest character in the movie. Of course, his awesome song, which I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm gonna start singing it if I keep talking about it. But Bowser was great. All the characters were great. I honestly think the movie was just great. Sure, it's not perfect, but technically, I do think it's the best Illumination movie. Well, in terms of critical, since my personal favorites have always been the Despicable Me franchise. Those have a special place in my heart. That's only why I like them more than Mario. But I still think that the Super Mario Bros. Movie was an event. Was something that really just was a cinematic event. We were not expecting the Super Mario Bros. Movie to be the second highest grossing animated movie of all time. I believe it's in the top 20 highest grossing movies of all time. It just proves how powerful Nintendo actually is. How nostalgic, how many nostalgic people are out there. Adults who grew up with Nintendo. Kids are growing up with Nintendo. A ton of many generations can talk about their nostalgic times with Super Mario Bros. And other Nintendo games. And of course, right now, there's talk about a Nintendo Cinematic Universe. Stuff like a Legend of Zelda movie, a Metroid movie, a Kirby movie, etc. I'd honestly really like to see something like a Metroid movie or a Star Fox movie, although I doubt they'll do Star Fox. But again, even talks of a Super Smash Bros. Movie, which, yeah, I think people are getting way ahead of themselves. With some discussion over the downfall with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which I did a video on. It's actually the most recent movie review I even did, where I still think it's still too soon to say that superhero movies will overdo video that will be, well, people are saying that studios are gonna, for some reason, stop doing superhero movies and do video game movies. But let's take into consideration the amount of fans Mario has in comparison to literally any other video game. How Mario is the most recognizable video game character of all time. So I don't really think we can say every video game movie will be as successful as Mario. We have seen video game movies in the past, of course, the infamous 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie, the one that doomed Nintendo cinema until this year. It's been like 30 years since that one came out. But we have seen other video game movies, and people talk about video game movie Renaissance era. With stuff like Pokemon Detective Pikachu, that Mortal Kombat movie, and of course the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. My personal favorites are still the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, but that's just because Sonic is my favorite video game character. Well, technically Tails, but you get what I mean. Sonic the Hedgehog is my favorite video game franchise. But still, we do have to respect Mario. But, well, I'm just surprised at how high this movie has jumped. And if it keeps on doing like this, it's basically going to become a cult classic. It's already the highest grossing Illumination. Like, I was shocked to see this movie beat out the Minions movie. And we'll just have to see how far it goes. But in terms of a review, I just can't really say much of the movie itself, since, literally everyone else has. All I can say that the animation is beautiful. The movie has its comedic moments. I really liked all the characters. Bowser is awesome. Well, I'll give the movie a solid 7 out of 10. You might wonder why a 7, why not like a 10 or something, but my only issues is that, well, again, since I wasn't a Nintendo fan before this movie, I don't really have that much of a nostalgia with Mario. Same time, as I mentioned on the Puss in Boots video, I don't really like magic, so stuff like the power-ups and the character Kamek were some of the only things I didn't like with the movie. I get they're an important part of the Super Mario Bros. Franchise. But again, I overall think the Super Mario Bros. Movie was an event. I still think it's a great movie, and sure, it's not perfect, but it was still something so big. It might end up being the most successful movie of this year. And something weird I've been seeing on the internet is people just praising Mario because it's being Disney. Like, there's this whole part of the internet that is just dedicated to humiliating Disney. I remember thumbnails of by the time Puss in Boots came out, of Mickey Mouse like crying, being sad or being angry, and Puss in Boots being a success. Now with Mario, even more of Mario and Puss in Boots being big successes and Disney failing, making fun of Lightyear and stuff. And yeah, of course that's gonna be a part of the internet that exists. Of course, with DreamWorks and their movie Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken with their classic Disney Ariel-esque mermaid. Yeah, Disney's really gonna have a hard time. And even though Guardians of the Galaxy did come out, and I will do a video on it soon, spoiler alert, it's been my favorite movie of the year so far, I still think the Super Mario Bros. Movie is good. I still think it's interesting. I still think it's, well, as the title will mention, super. And that's really all I can say. I'm basically just rambling on what everyone else has already said. I'm kind of like Emmett. Now that I think about it, that does kind of leave some similarities between the Lego Movie and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Not just Chris Pratt, but Charlie Day and the whole regular normal guy going to a crazy adventure, with the difference that Emmett is a construction worker and Mario's a plumber. But apart from that, yeah, I still think the Super Mario Bros. Movie was cool. Now we'll just have to wait and see how well it's going to keep doing. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, again, sorry I'm so late on doing this video. But that's it for this video now. I'll see you next time on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Fast and Furious.